All right, thank you for jumping on and listening to this call. My name is RSarto. I'm a wife and mum of two. Jacob is 11 and Isabella is 9. My husband's an American whom I met at university. So we lived in the US for 5 years and we've been back in Australia for the last 11. My professional background is in finance, and right out of university, I began building a great career. But after losing my dad to brain cancer when I was 25, and particularly upon starting a family, I began searching for a way to earn an income around my life. And I tried many variations. I was a stay-at-home mom for 7 years, always on the lookout for an opportunity. I tried working part-time after both my kids started school, which wound up being basically full-time because employers always want more of you. I considered starting my own business, but the time constraints and the huge commitment kind of seemed counterintuitive to what I was trying to achieve. So it was on a trip to the US 6 years ago, actually in a queue at Legoland with my dear friend Steph and our kids. So she shared her Rodan and Field story with me. And I was intrigued, like she seemed to have found what I'd been looking for. At the time, I was paying a lot for skincare using a department store brand, and I thought I had excellent products. But she gave me one of these tiny little serum capsules that we have, and I used it that night. I put it on and my skin felt like silk. I couldn't believe it. So I called her the following day and I ordered a regimen. Because consultants don't stock product, she had to rustle it up for me. I was flying out fairly shortly. So we met for the drop at a Rodan and Fields business event the night before I flew home. And I sat and I listened in for just a few minutes and I was on board. If and when Rodan and Fields launched in Australia, I was going to be a part of it. And that was before I even tried the rest of the products, which blew my department store brand away. What impressed me most about Rodan and Fields was the credibility of the doctors, the unique nature of this opportunity, no parties, just products that work, results that show, and no stocking up on product in order to earn commission. So I can work the business around my busy family life, no more sending kids to school when they're not quite well because I have to get back to work. And plus, if we ever decide to move back to the US, I can take my business with me. The best part is that I'm able to build a real career where I can help others get great skin, build income and time for their families, and also by giving my time and money to charities that are close to my heart, like Cure Brain Cancer in memory of my dad, and Share the Dignity because I'm a strong believer in women supporting women. I'm so inspired to contribute more while being truly present in the lives of my kids. So now it is my honor and privilege to introduce you to the very first and founding consultant, a top income earner. Her hard work and dedication is evident as she has achieved all the accolades this company has to offer. She's generous and has a heart of gold. She is my business partner, Chris Fairless.
Well, good. And thanks for the wonderful introduction, Rowena. I appreciate it. Well, I'm so excited to be the one to introduce you to Rodan and Fields. I know Ro has shared just a little bit with you. My goal, my intent is to share with you more and hopefully inspire you in the way that we've been inspired by how Rodan and Fields is not only changing skin, but changing lives. But before I share more about Rodan and Fields, I'd like to share a little bit about my journey and how I got started with Rodan and Fields. So some of you may know, and perhaps it's unknown to some, that Rodan and Fields was actually a brand that started in prestige retail stores. So across the United States, we were in stores like Henry Bendel, Bloomingdale's, Macy's, and even Nordstrom's. We were Nordstrom's #1 clinical line. So the doctors did very well in that setting. In fact, at the time, they were even owned by Estee Lauder. Of course, I'm sure you all know that name. And they did very well. But it was actually in 2007, our doctors saw business trends changing. They saw that more and more people were shopping on the internet, and they saw the rise of social media. And they saw that their products weren't being sold by the person behind the glass counter, but it was our customers who experienced results who were telling their friends. So they had their own aha moment and made the great decision to pull their brand out of retail and take it to the direct sales channel. Now, the direct sales channel is smart because it cuts out the middleman and it allows you to profit directly. Now imagine every day we make recommendations, whether it's a great book, a movie, a restaurant. If we love something, we tell our friends. But today, with the internet and again, the rise of the social economy, our connections can go much wider and deeper, not just sharing with one or two, but now we really have, an endless possibility of conversations going on. So as I said, it was a smart decision. I was a product educator for the brand. Actually, before Rodan and Fields, I had really bad skin. Now, you wouldn't know it by looking at me at the time because I wore heavy layers of foundation, concealer, powder just to cover up. But when I joined on, I started using a regimen called Reverse. And I'll share more with the regimens with you momentarily. And Reverse clears up the sun damage. And immediately I started seeing results. So I started unlayering from all the foundation. And truly, for the first time in my life, I had started getting compliments on my skin. So I was sold hook, line, and sinker on our products. And one day, after working for the company for 2 years, I got a call. Now, it was a dreaded call because, like some of you may know, what that feels like to lose your job. My account executive was saying, "Bad news, Chris. Basically, Rodan and Fields is pulling out of retail." I'm going to tell you, I was panicked, but not about losing my income. I was actually panicked about losing my products. When I heard they were going into direct sales, however, again, I was excited because I understood the magnitude of what that meant. I was already leveraging my results, talking about the products that had changed my skin. But the doctors are the famous creators of Proactive Solution. And of course, I know you know that name. It's a brand that's helped millions worldwide with acne. Well, I understood that if the doctors could create a billion-dollar brand for acne, imagine what they could do for aging. And so truly, I didn't overthink it. I just raised my hand and asked if I could be a part of this too. Now, I didn't have a background in direct sales because many of you watching today, you don't have a background in this industry either. But what I did know was that when I loved something, I would share with my friends. So I didn't overthink the opportunity at hand. I joined on board. I invited my daughter to join me. At the time, she was a 26-year-old kindergarten teacher. We had no background in this industry. Our network of friends actually was pretty small for the both of us, but we knew passionate people that if we told that we loved something, we knew they would tell their friends. And that's exactly how Rodan and Fields was born. It started with a few conversations, and today, just 10 years from when I started, Rodan and Fields, according to Euromonitor, is a company that tracks the growth of all businesses worldwide. According to Euromonitor, Rodan and Fields is the #1 skincare brand across all channels of distribution. So not only in direct sales, but I'm talking about the big three: Estee Lauder, Lancome, Clinique. We're #1 across all of the skincare brands in North America. We're also the fastest growing skincare brand over the last 6 years. And the #1 anti-age brand. That's huge. Again, all through word of mouth networking. As I said, Proactive is this iconic billion-dollar brand, and they are doing it again. In fact, we've become a disruptor in the channel of skincare. While other companies grow 2 to 3% annually, Rodan and Fields has grown 84%. I mean, we have taken 84% of the market share in the world of skincare. Now, we wouldn't be #1 fastest growing, #1 anti-age brand if our products weren't at innovation at its finest. So tonight, I'm excited to share with you our 3 core regimens that we have to offer you in Australia. So #1, Redefine for aging skin. And again, it's smart because we're all aging every day and people don't want to look older and people are looking for real results. And one of the things that I'm proud to say is that all of our products offer a 60-day money-back guarantee. That's right. I don't know of anyone else who does this, but we call it our empty bottle return guarantee. You can use the products all up, and if you don't see results, you get your money back. I mean, who else would do that? It's because the doctors know that the products really work. So Redefine addresses not only fine lines and wrinkles in the prevention of, but also in the reversal of. All of our products are 4 steps. Basically, we call it multi-med therapy, where each step has active ingredients. So in the right formulation, in the right order, they deliver real results. Our doctors say there's no cream du jour, no one product that can clear a multitude of skincare concerns. Our next regimen is called Soothe. This is for anyone with very sensitive skin or troublesome skin, even with acne. Our Soothe brings down redness and inflammation in as little as 5 minutes. Also, we have a reverse regimen, and reverse is anyone who sees sun damage. And sun damage isn't just brown spots and freckling, but it can be overall dullness and discoloration. And I know you have pretty hot sun in Australia. You've got some great enforcement with kids having to wear hats and sunscreen. In fact, us Americans, we're all proud of you, and wish that our schools would do that for our children as well. So all of our regimens also have sunscreens, because we know that aging is due to sun damage. 80% of aging is due to sun damage. Now, as Rowena was saying, not only do we have great products, but we have a great delivery system in which to share them. So Rodan & Fields is a virtual franchise. As she said, there's no parties, no stocking of inventory, and no delivery of products. Every single month here in North America, we get rave reviews from beauty editors, beauty bloggers, business publications, television. We get more free press than all of the direct sales companies combined worldwide. It is amazing. You can't buy the products in a department store, only through an independent distributor. But what I think that you have, all of you have watching today, is the ability to be amongst the first. Now, I was the first in the US. I'm going to tell you how this business has changed my life. It's been a vehicle, not only to help me get great skin and share with others so that they can get great skin too, but it's been a vehicle that has allowed me to live the life of my dreams. You know, in just 2 short years, I was able to retire my husband, who was a CFO of a large cardiology practice. He was the skeptical one of the family as a CFO and a numbers guy. And I was able to retire him from his corporate position 14 years early, tripling his income, and actually making more than the cardiologist he worked for. So booyah to that skeptical husband. He's gotten really great at his golf game and actually partners with me in Rodan & Fields as well. And today we are able to not only live our life more, but give more in the way we support orphans all over the world. So today you can decide what Rodan & Fields could do for you. Perhaps it's that supplemental income. I call it shameless shoe money, and you know what I'm talking about. You can go shoe shopping and not hide those shoes in your trunk anymore, all right? It could perhaps be for a child's tuition. Perhaps it's for that summer camp that you want to send them to. Or how about retirement? Because maybe some of you are thinking, you know, today I'm just getting by. You know, who's got time to think about retirement funds? You know, that's where my husband and I were at 10 years ago. But today, what I love about Rodan & Fields, it's created a legacy. A business like this creates ongoing residual income. And these businesses are sellable. They're also willable to your family. So truly, my family and myself literally have a legacy trust fund set up by Rodan & Fields. So I could tell you more, but my job is to be brief and to give you enough information to make a decision on how you want to fit in. Perhaps you want the best skin of your life. That would be by becoming a preferred customer. getting a deeper discount, getting free shipping, getting all of your products completely risk-free. Perhaps you want to join us, or perhaps you even want to just find out more about what that looks like. Well, do get back to the person who invited you on to ask those questions. I'm sure they're happy to help you out, to share not only the benefits of getting your products at the deepest discount, but a way for you to earn extra cash and create your own legacy fund for the things that you've been longing and dreaming for. As well, we have great, besides great commission, we have great incentives with a car program, with bonuses, with trips all over the world. This business is absolutely something that I believe you might like to look into, because I understand timing and positioning, your ability to be amongst the first. Imagine the doctors created $1 billion brand with Proactive. They've already done it with anti-aging in the US and Canada, and now we've just launched to Australia. So you decide for yourself what this looks like for you and get back to the person who invited you on. And Rowena, thank you for inviting me on today, and happy holidays to everybody watching.
Thank you so much, Chris, and thanks for everyone for joining us.
My pleasure.